I started the Nicole Kidman Foundation, it was when
Tell me more.
it was when Tom and Nicole split up,
Yes.
and I worked at a pharmacy like an Eckerd's or CVS or whatever, and
Like as a pharmacy tech or as like a
no, cashier up
cashier,
front.
right.
I would do reverse robberies on people where I put pantyhose. I would pop up from behind the counter with pantyhose on just to scare. I should have been shot so many times at that point in my life, but I would hear all these like couples argue about because of the tabloids of Tom and Nicole, like the Enquirer was right there and stuff, and they would argue about like I would see heated fights between couples.
Who was right?
And
Team Tom, Team Nicole.
Yeah. And I always thought that was messed up because you don't have any insight into that relationship. So as a joke, for like $5 and 10 signatures, you could start any organization you wanted that was affiliated through the university. Like, so I had to like go through orientation for the Nicole Kidman Foundation. And there's like 30 of us in this long board meeting table. And like this one older guy in a suit and tie, and it's like the Frisbee Club and Karate Club. And then he saved me for last. He's like, Nicole Kidman Club. And he leaned back, like couldn't wait to hear what it was about. And he's like smiling. But because he was kind of being funny about it, I was just like, well, celebrities have hard times going through divorces too. I just sold it straight. And then we got like 2,000 signatures in like a week or two. And people were like, "You're unofficially the biggest UT organization ever."
What?
Yeah, and I didn't. And they were like, "What?" And we started to get like power, where like I was invited to like these parties I never would have been invited to, had I not had this. Like people latched on to.
Did you do anything for Nicole?
I tried. I tried to get it in her hands. There was a movie filming. I actually went to audition for, and I gave them a flyer, like Nicole was supposed to be in the movie. But it got so...
You gave a flyer to the casting people?
Yeah, they were just like, oh, this guy can't get the part. He's going to kill Nicole. and I was
Doug,
unsuccessful.
what is wrong with you?
Oh, man, when Dr. Drew says that, you're fucked, man. Shit. Oh man, I got death threats. Like it got
because of
not because of Nicole. I worked at a shoe store, and there was a woman that came in and said I had like called her names and stuff through an email from the Nicole Kidman Foundation. It was all fake. I did not do that. But it kind of grew faster, and my friends that were in it, we were all getting invited to these cool parties and things. They were like, "What's next?" So we did a rally for Nicole, and like at the time, the only thing that people would go to on campus was when like abortion stuff was like their rallies like for or against or whatever. That would get heated, and people would show up. Outside of that, any other clubs that threw any like rallies or whatever, no one attended them. We had like 400 or 500 people, and I had like 50 plants, 25 pro Tom, 25 pro Nicole, with fake signs that we all made. Like, and then
what was there a club group, like an inner circle in the club, like a
core of us,
an executive panel?
Yes, yeah.
And were they all in on the joke?
Yeah.
Were any of them serious?
No, like nobody was serious.
Okay.
But we would get yelled at by people that were like, you're a real piece of shit. Tom Cruise is a good guy. And like, they're like, what? And then cut to now, you're like, I was on the right side of that.
I'm about to say something that I've only said once before, and it was to Bert Kreischer after he told me the Machine story.
Oh, yeah.
This is your movie. Seriously. This is the movie.
How do you get Nicole in it?
It would have to be sort of Borat-esque in terms of how you got Nicole in. But that's your movie, man. I'm telling you.
Man.
And maybe you're the next Borat. Maybe that's how this works.
Borat meets Bert.
Yeah, Borat meets Bert in Doug Mellard. Woo!
Yeah, it ended.
Because it feels like there's story after story after story attached to this thing.
Well, it ended with...
Because you opened very coyly with, well, that's where the Nicole Foundation came from. I'm like, what?
That's
when that started.
One too.
Yeah, that's when the Nicole Foundation started. What?
Yeah, the ending got scary. We threw the rally. I had a heartfelt speech where I cried and stuff. We had a Nicole Kidman lookalike contest. A redheaded guy won because he had red hair. And then after that first rally, we started getting these threatening emails, and we said
From
we're gonna.
whom?
We don't know. I still haven't figured it out. I'm still investigating.
That's
20
the
years
movie.
later.
That's the movie. Maybe it's just a reality. Maybe it's like a catfish thing. You go back and look for the guy.
Yeah, like there's got to be a way. But the guy ended up saying if we threw a second rally, I would be assassinated. I'm not making this up. And all of my friends backed down from the Nicole Kidman Foundation. They're like, we can't do another rally. I was so pissed at my friends.
What did you call the FBI or something? Or at least the student police? You know,
I went to the
campus
dean of
police.
students. I had to sit down with the dean of students about a assassination threat over Nicole Kidman.
This is the modern Animal House. I swear to God, you have to make this into a movie.
I'll start writing about today.
Yeah. So you sit down, and what did the dean say?
I mean, he was just couldn't believe any of that was happening, and just wanted me out of his office as quickly as possible.
Well, that's helpful.
And and then we didn't. That was kind of the end of it because my friends were too afraid, and I was pissed because it was like, you're not. They said my name. I would get shot,
and you're willing to do it.
Yeah, I was like, they're not gonna fucking do it. Like, if I get
you're
shot,
like Donald Trump telling them to bring the weapons to the rally. You don't care.
You fucking bring it, bro. Like, if that's how I die, that's the funniest death ever. Like, bring it.